the best podcast on the planet.
What a way to start the podcast. Dale just takes a big old draft out of a soda, right?
It's seltzer water.
I'm sure it was.
Seltzer water.
Seltzer water.
All right, so I took a big old drink of my water, too, and I've spilled it on myself.
I have my hints.
You have a drinking problem.
All right. So let me ask you a question, right? There are several national holidays. There's all kinds of national holidays, right? There's National Cookie Day and National French Fry Day and National Talk Like a Pirate Day, right? We've all heard these, right? All right, so I'm going to name off some national holidays that are just in the first 8 days of July. And you tell me if it's a real holiday or not. You ready?
All right.
All right.
Now, define real holiday. Are these like observed, or because there's different levels of holiday?
Okay, well, it's not where you get the day off. I'm talking about where it's a legitimate
like
national day.
Pickle Day or something like that. So
Thank
one of
you.
those kind
Exactly.
Of days, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Let's National Stay Out of the Sun Day.
Oh, I'm
Is that
sure that's
real?
true. Probably. No, I
That's
think
true.
it's real.
Yeah, that's
Cancer.
real. That's July 3rd, right before the big holiday.
Well, that's appropriate.
Let's say National Bikini Day. Dale, you should know this
Oh,
one.
yeah. True.
So, true?
You got
What do you
yours
think, Holly?
ready? Oh,
I do.
probably. Yeah.
Speeder.
Yeah, sure. National Bikini Day. That's July 5, by the way. National Wear a Butterfly Costume.
It sounds too
Just
crazy.
specific.
I bet it's true.
No, I just made that one up.
Oh,
I was going to say,
Absolutely.
I don't know.
you used to
Just
monkey
made that one up.
wrench.
And here's a couple. Dale, these are for us. National Fried Chicken Day.
Oh, that's probably
Yes,
a thing.
that's the truth.
Oh, yeah. That's
That's
July 6th. And National Strawberry Sundae Day.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Yep.
When is National Meat You Can Eat with a Fork Day? When is that?
I don't know. Isn't all meat you can eat with a fork day?
Not all meat. You know, some you can't. You can need a knife.
Okay, I see meat you can cut with a
I'm
fork.
sorry.
That's what you meant.
Yes,
Because you can eat just...
yes. Yes.
So I propose, with all of these amazing, informative, wonderful days of the year, this is not what I had planned to do the show on today at all, right? I had an entirely different subject that actually was meaningful. But this is going to tie in. But with everything going on lately, I want to propose my own national day. And the three of us need to decide what day of the year it's going to be on. All right?
Ooh,
Okay.
I already know. Okay, go ahead.
Do you? You already know what day it needs to be on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
go
don't
ahead.
even know what day I'm proposing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know if you're on board with this.
Yeah, let's see.
I propose National Don't Be a Dumbass Day. Okay? That's what I propose. National Don't Be a Dumbass Day.
This is
I
radio.
think
You
it's-
can say ass.
I think this is a great idea. And the reason I've come up with this is because lately I have found myself listening to the news, listening
Don't
and
do that.
observing social media. Don't
do that. What are you doing?
Watching, flipping through
Yes.
social media, scrolling through stuff, and hearing my little voice in the back of my head go, "What a dumbass." Okay, and so I thought, what if we have a national day where we all get together and have fun and eat fried chicken or eat a strawberry sundae or, like Dale, wear a bikini in public? Okay,
Speedo.
these are
Speedo.
Oh.
Green. Green.
a mankini. It's a good look for you,
Sure,
brother.
Sure.
It's a good look for you.
Thank you.
So I thought, why not? So think of a couple things right now where probably in the last week to 10 days, we can be honest here, we can be friendly, and we can be genuine with each other, right? Right? It's all about being honest. Think of a time where you have said to yourself, what a dumbass. What was the circumstance?
Oh, but which one should I pick? That's
The first one that comes to mind. The first one that comes to mind is usually the best one. All right.
No.
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead, Dale, because
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
to
All
choose.
right. I go to the gym sometimes when I'm not doing radio. I go to the gym at 5 in the morning, and we have to wait outside because we can't go in yet. So
right.
The first 6 people that get is, to me, I'll have to start on a treadmill because you get warmed up on a treadmill to go to the stations. Well,
yeah, I've heard about that.
Okay, well, I think I told you the story, didn't I? Is it
No,
okay?
I've heard about people that exercise. That's where.
Okay, all right. Well, we're standing outside. There's the first 6 people in line. This one girl comes up, and she gets out of her car and tries to butt in line, like into the first 6. And this girl behind me or 2 girls behind me happened to be black, and one of them like confronted her and said, "You're using your white privilege to get in line in front of me." And
boy, here we go.
Well, no, and I stopped. I cut it off. I said, "No, it has nothing to do with white privilege. She's just rude. She's rude."
That's a very good point.
Yeah,
you're just being rude, hon.
Yeah, she was being rude. So, and I just hate how everything's getting turned into that. I mean, I know there's some causes that need to happen, probably, but not.
Sure. There's some legitimacies. There's some real things that need to be addressed.
Not every instance, like I stubbed my toe. Blah blah. It's just
right. All right. One of the biggest things for me is when I'm driving.
Oh, and I was going to say. Mm-hmm. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When I'm driving, and like on the highway, and the person in the left lane, which is for passing, when the person in the left lane is driving at the same speed as the person in the right lane, and they are right next to each other, and you'll come up and you wait. Hopefully, they notice that traffic is backing up behind them, and they would either slow down and tuck in behind, or speed up a little bit and get over, and they don't. And I find myself, a little voice in my head, dumbass, get over.
Now, you wish you had a ray gun on your car where you could shoot them, right?
I would love to have an anti-gravity gun. I would just pick them up, set them off into the median there, and just move along. I'll go on my way. But I've heard of this. So, Holly, you got to share yours. When's the last time you just, and maybe that's not your word. That's my word.
Sure.
I like it.
One more thing on that traffic thing. What if you had a helicopter car and you could go, nobody else could have one, and you could just go
only you.
Yeah.
That sounds like what's up his. Yeah, see? Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm not. Hey, I saw an article, sidebar, where they are legitimately going to launch in the next couple of years in major cities electric flying cabs. These are little pods that hold 2 people. They are autonomous. You get in them, you punch in your code of where you're going, and it flies off to where it's going to be, much like a drone. And it'll lift off, go to where it's going, and set back down. Flying car, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of, sort of.
That's cool.
But
I have lots of questions about that, but unrelated.
I would love to have one.
Because, Seth, you remember back in the 80s, we were like, man, I just know in 2020 we're going to have flying cars. But no, we're changing the name to Cirque instead. We can't. No flying cars in sight. What the hell?
No hoverboard. I mean, we have hoverboards, but they're lame. Like, come on.
Yeah.
As long as you stay on this magnetic strip, you're hovering for 3 or 4 feet. Yay!
Anyway.
All right.
Anyway,
what's your story?
The most recent and appropriate one to tell is definitely traffic related. So, I live here in the great state of Nebraska now, after living in Texas and Houston, where I learned to drive very differently.
Sure.
No, I mean, not tooting my own horn, but toot. I feel like I'm a pretty good driver just because I've had to drive in Florida and Houston and all the crazy places where you can't drive normal.
Right.
You can't just drive defensively. No, you're going to get killed that way. Like, you need to be able to do both. And it's a very different way. And so we had a huge learning curve coming here because people don't drive that way here, and they don't have to. And I understand that, but
do you have to go around tractors and stuff? Is that the problem?
No,
like the corn and all that stuff.
Out in the boondocks, sure. But here, nobody knows how to merge. Merging is a thing, and some of them just can't, and it infuriates me. Yes, I'm a recovering
rageaholic.
And driving. I've gotten a lot better, but it's been hard being here.
Don't recover. Just go ahead.
No.
They've put in roundabouts here. I'm in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah,
and they've put a couple roundabouts in, and people just go into lockdown. They're like, "What do I do?"
Okay. people do that with merging. They're trying to merge onto the interstate, and they're slowing down. And I'm like, that semi is coming for you. Hit the accelerator.
Okay.
I don't know when the last time you two came here, but they put a roundabout around Lake Hollingsworth. They have a roundabout near the college where you do that same roundabout. And on South Florida Avenue in Dixieland, they're doing what they're calling a road diet. They went from 4 lanes to cutting it down to 2 lanes. Right in that area, right? Oh, it's horrible. It is. It's horrible. They said,
anyway,
that's horrible.
Traffic is a thing.
So I think there's probably a lot of dumbass incidents that happen related to traffic. I mean, you watch YouTube, and you'll see hundreds of bad driving, pulling out in front of somebody, not yielding, not merging properly, just being stupid. So, what do you think? National Don't Be a Dumbass Day. And the whole premise will be, when you get up in the morning, you are now focused on not being rude, not being dumb, not being inconsiderate to other people. Right? Yeah. You know, when you're driving, you're going to pay attention to traffic. Am I going the flow of traffic, and maybe I'm going a little slow? I'm going to get over in the right lane. When you get polite. To the exactly, you know, maybe I'm not going to drive in the middle of the night with my high beams on. You know, maybe I'm going to turn those things down a little bit when oncoming traffic is coming. That's
See, you're focusing on old stuff. I thought you were like the new crazy stuff going on. Like, I mean, what about this one? Like, you see a Karen doing this. You should be wearing a mask. Tell me what's wrong with this.
Karen.
Okay. All right.
Tell me what's wrong with this.
Look. A Karen.
You should be wearing a mask. What's wrong with this?
Okay.
My nose is out of the mask.
I got you. Exactly. If you're going to wear a mask, wear it properly.
Mind your business, Karen.
There's no
Karen.
There's no use. I saw a woman in the drugstore. I saw a woman in the drugstore the other day who was wearing a knit mask, and I'm pretty sure she had crocheted it herself. It's like that does no good. You're being a dumbass. This is what I'm talking about.
By the way, the masks we have a spot for filters. They are cloth.
Oh yeah.
And they're comfy, but they have spots for filters.
Yeah.
So
I was actually in a restaurant the other day, and it was somebody's birthday. He blew the birthday candle out with the mask on.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. It's a day where we all, across the country, put forth a lot of effort to try and think of the other person, right? Be aware of our surroundings. If you're in a public place, you're not talking on your cell phone on speaker. Yeah, Bob, it was great. We really enjoyed coming over. Me and Karen enjoyed coming over to your place and playing Yahtzee. It was awesome. What do you mean I'm disturbing your dinner? Well, then don't pay attention to me having this conversation.
The worst was in Nextel phones we used to have.
Yeah. Hated those.
So, what do you think? What do you think? A national day.
Because it covers a bunch of areas, not just one.
It covers everything. Yeah. If you really wanted to boil down to it, it would be National Don't Be Selfish Day.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
National Think of Somebody Else More Than Yourself Day.
Don't be rude, type thing.
Yeah, but don't be a dumbass has so much more oomph to it, But
I hate to break it to you, Seth, but I know, I'm sorry. I'm going to be the voice of reason here, but if they're being that way to begin with, I have a hunch that they don't know that they're doing it.
They're not self-aware, right?
They don't. They don't care to be self-aware. So there's a lot there. I just don't think that they can change.
Well, people can change. Don't be such a pessimist.
No, if they're made aware.
Why do you hate people so much?
Why all the hate, Holly?
Why all the hate, Holly? Haven't you learned anything in the last few days? Huh? Why the hate?
I just don't think it's going to work. Okay.
Okay. So people can change. They just need to be helped. They need help becoming aware that they're not behaving appropriately.
So how do you propose that?
Well, if we're going to have a national holiday called Don't Be a Dumbass Day, right? Then maybe we could have cards made up.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe we could have cards made up. Now, this one just happens to have the logo for the show, right? A little plug for the show of that you're already listening to. That's useless. But maybe it could just, on the back, it could be, "Dear kind sir or madam, you're being a dumbass. Please stop. If you have any questions, let me help you. Stop being a dumbass." What do you think? Just little cards. You could hand them out very gently.
Shouldn't it be like a line where you can write what their infraction is?
Excellent idea. Excellent idea.
That's not as specific
little
enough.
Check box.
Because out of the car,
you're being a dumbass because, and have a check box like
you
traffic
wrong in the parking space.
Right. You parked so close to me that I wouldn't be able to get into my car, open my door if I was Karen Carpenter. I can't get in.
You park any closer, we're gonna have to get married. That's how close it is.
I don't understand those references, but anyway. So, hey, but I do have an idea for your card idea. Why don't you use those cards that you have for the show, and then on the back say that. So when you infuriate people by giving it to them, they can look and say, "Oh, this is the guy.
This is where I can track him down."
And then they'll start listening to the show. They'll get mad. It's great radio.
Well, it does say right here on the back, if you have any questions or comments, send them to SethMilaMedia@gmail.com.
I guess that's off the hook then, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, and I'll add you guys too.
Oh no, I'm good.
I think we need one for Dale and Holly. An email. Because you were the one that was so against little people last time, weren't you, Holly? Didn't we do a show where Holly was just not doing?
And that covers it all.
What? No,
you were just really against Oompa Loompas or something. I don't remember what that was all about.
I love chocolate and Fisher Price little people.
And you were the hater of the lollipop
toys
guild and stuff.
No.
All right, so what day are we going to have as National Don't Be a DA Day?
I mean, I think if for you, Seth, you would want it to be every day.
Well, this is true, but
or a month.
But we can't.
Month.
National Don't Be a Dumbass Month.
Make it November.
Where we could
November.
Why November?
Because it's election day, duh.
I thought you were going to say it's because it's the real start to the holiday season where we're spending time with family. And
well, that too, sure, but election day.
He was like, "Will you stop with that? Quit bringing that up. Mm-hmm. Stop being a dumbass."
Yeah, see, there you go. See, it comes right after Halloween. Everybody's in a good mood.
Yeah,
right. On a sugar high,
eating the candy, leftover candy.
Yeah.
But what it boils down to is this is a common thing, right? It pays into what we're doing, is paying attention to the other person, right? Paying attention. When you're driving, keep an eye behind you. Keep an eye out. If you're driving in the left lane, just move over. When you're getting ready to merge, don't be afraid. Use the accelerator. Go ahead and merge.
Yeah.
Don't pause. All right, merge on in.
I know.
What are some other things that we can help people be aware? This is a good point, Holly. They're not aware. They're not aware that they're causing a problem. So let's draw some attention. Let's raise awareness, right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Holly.
Well, the other problem is they may be aware.
Don't be a dumbass. Okay, there it is.
But, I mean, they may be aware. They just don't think it should be a problem for you. Just like your incident, Seth, where you're talking about the guy talking on speaker. He doesn't think it should be a problem for you because he thinks you shouldn't listen and that you should care.
Then let's explore this. How do we help that individual understand that they are being rude and inconsiderate to others around them without coming across of like, excuse me, you're being rude to me and inconsiderate of me? How do we help them to understand, maybe there's a better way to do things than what you're doing right now? How can we help them?
You have to make them aware. That's the only way.
Right.
Well,
Dale's way of doing it is just to punch him.
Oh.
Yeah, just throw.
Oh yeah, because that's my personality.
Yeah, that's his first. That's the first thing that he thinks of is I'm gonna punch him right in the throat. I'm always the voice of reason.
Sure.
I'm always saying, Dale, calm down. Here, have a piece of candy.
Yeah, I don't remember some of those stories going that way.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, it was somewhat opposite. Anyway.
No. Your memory has changed things because you're young.
Oh, okay.
You're young. You don't remember things the way us older people do.
Okay.
But all right, let's use the example. The person is talking really loudly on the phone. yes, you could go up and say, "Hey, will you shut up with being on the phone? You're being a dumbass," right? That's the first thing that might. Or you could try. Excuse me. Just listen. I don't mean to interrupt, but you're being very disruptive to everybody else. Can I ask you just to kind of keep it down a little bit? I mean, I don't want to eavesdrop into your conversation. Can you bring it down just a little bit? Now, if the individual is capable of realizing and be like, and if they use the same process of, oh, I'm going to try and understand what he's saying, his point, maybe I am being a little loud. Yeah. Or, you know what? No, I really want to talk on the speakerphone because I can't hear otherwise. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to go in the parking lot to have this conversation. It's fine. Be as loud as you want out there. What do you think?
I mean,
what about that approach?
It might work in some cases, but there might be some very upset people if you do that. I mean,
is it worth a try, though?
I prefer the angry eye approach, you know.
Or how about the loud
See,
voice?
if you were to do that to me, I'd be like on the phone to my wife going, "Honey, I'm sorry, but this chick in the grocery store was making eyes at me, and I feel I feel a little odd. I feel weird.
That's not.
I feel violated.
No,
I think she was flirting with me, and I'm just I don't.
That's not the right eyes. No, it's the I'm annoyed eyes. It's like, really, bro, really. So, yeah.
Is that the face?
No,
right there?
I don't know. I can't replicate the face. You have to be in the situation. I don't know. So yeah, those must. Yeah, I mean that'll do it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were going to say something, Dale. Before I was going to cut you off.
And both of you both have kids, so you gotta see my angle on this. Like I was going through Dillard's one day, and I guess loud noises that day really bugged me. This baby it wasn't a baby, it was a toddler. It was crying like loud. So I didn't.
Right.
While I'm walking through there, I'm like, "Can't hear you, baby." I did. Now, that being said, I did live with my brother when I was younger for a while, and he had a toddler and a newborn, and I got real used to hearing him cry, so I didn't notice it as much if I was somewhere. So I mean, I get that, but still, you should still be. You know, I remember when I was a kid, my mom would like, "You better shut up, or you're going to get it when you get out into the car." You know, that kind of thing. You know.
Yeah. Well, parenting, I operate under if I'm parenting and I don't want to respond to those cries, like I might take the kid outside, but it might take me a few minutes. So you're just gonna have to deal with it because I promise you, this is the best bet for this kid in the long term. Let them cry; they're fine. You know what I mean? Just saying.
I don't think it was like a I'm hungry cry, or excuse me, or change my diaper cry. It was just like one of those.
Yeah, it was I'm being a toddler and I'm yelling about something that doesn't make sense cry. Like, that's toddlers.
Or I'm not getting my way.
Outside. He needs to use his outside voice outside.
Yeah.
I'm not. All right, so what would you say? What? All right, let's use that example one more time. What would be the approach on Don't Be a Dumbass Day? All right, we're going to try and bring people to their awareness of being rude and inconsiderate to others. What would be the approach there?
I think I did it.
We are.
Can't hear you, baby.
No, we are the Don't Be a Dumbass ambassadors.
Oh.
All right, okay. Hashtag Don't Be a Dumbass. We're gonna market this. We're gonna have cards. It's gonna be. There's gonna be.
You should get a bumper sticker.
Yeah, that I think I've actually had that put on my car before. Anyway, that's a whole other. And we'll have like greeting cards, Hallmark. We'll get them to write something really, poetic. But here we are. We are the Don't Be a Dumbass ambassador. All right. So how do we go up to that individual? I'm assuming it was a mom because it could have been a dad, right? All right.
As a mom.
Go up to the mom.
Holly,
the extremely crying baby.
How would you want to hear that?
There's a lot of dynamic here. There's a lot of dynamic.
Yeah, because I'm just warning you, I would not do that. Just, you can say all you want, Dale, walk away, because I guarantee you the mom's stress level is way higher than yours, and she might bite your head off. And I'm sure I would have, because you don't know.
I'm be a dumbass day because I don't care. This is all about me on that day.
So that's what this is about.
No. Now, see, now that's reverse dumbass.
I know.
Okay, that's reverse dumbassery, and we can't have that. All right?
We can't have any assery around here.
What about if you went up and said, "Ma'am, what can I do to help you?" I know that it's clear you are having a bad day. What can I do to make things better? Does little Johnny need a piece of candy? Because I keep Werther's in my pocket.
Got to keep his mouth busy so it won't cry.
Maybe a little shot of Benadryl? Is that what we're talking about? You know?
Uncle Seth, I think you've hit on something here.
But you go up and say, what can I do to help you out? What can we do to make this situation better?
How about you shop online from now on? How about that?
Yeah, that won't work. I don't think so.
Here's a $10 Amazon gift card. Why don't you go home and use it?
You millennials are killing brick and mortar businesses anyway. Go shop online. Bye.
Right. Yeah, that's very helpful. This is see, we're making progress here.
I just don't think that's because kids are a special situation. Because I'm just saying.
How do you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, because sometimes you need to parent that way. And now I'm for the if my kid is screaming and I'm trying to let them scream because they're not getting what they're screaming about type thing. Right. Will probably take them out of the store. But if you're in a store like Dillard's, the store's huge. It's going to take you forever to, get the screaming, kicking kid, whatever, off the floor and get out, And what if you have a bunch of purchases that you don't, you're going to have to go buy them and then get out of the store. Also, what if you have other kids? Maybe you're, somebody else is shopping with you. You got to get your party together. There are a lot more factors.
Right. All right.
There.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying. I think this is something we really, really need to look into. I think we need to petition Congress. I think we really need to do this. We need to have a national "Don't Be a Dumbass" Day. We
need to bring back what my mama used to observe as National Tear Your Ass Up Day.
I'm sure that was a lot happening in your
No,
house.
Not really. I was a good boy.
No, you weren't.
Once in a while.
You're not a good boy now.
Yes, I am.
You hurt his feelings, Seth.
Oh,
gosh.
National Hurt Feelings Day.
Right?
I'm sorry.
Hashtag.
I was being a dumbass. So you can correct me and we'll go from there. All right. I think that's going to be our show for this particular episode. We have determined that, yes, we are going to have National Don't Be a Dumbass Day. It needs to be somewhere near the end of the year. If you think of some better time frames of when this day could be, or if you want to throw in your support, write your congressman and tell him you heard it right here on the best podcast.
I think they got their hands busy with some other things right now.
What? No. What else is going on in the country right now could be more important than this?
Oh, you're right. They're all being dumbasses. That's what's going on. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Yeah,
they are.
That's not where I was going, but okay, sure. All right, so thank you very much for joining us. Make sure to check us out every Tuesday about 3 o'clock. The audio drops on all of the locations where your favorite podcast is sold. And, of course, the video appears on YouTube. Just look for Seth Mila Media. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything at all, send us to it via email at sethmilamedia@gmail.com. Until we talk again, be good to each other. Do everything you can not to be a dumbass and to think about others more than even yourself. Until then, have a great day, great evening, great week, whatever. We'll talk to you later. See ya. Hey, Jess.
Yo.
What side of the turkey has the most feathers? Now, not a duck or a pigeon, but what side of the turkey has the most feathers?
I don't know.
The outside.